everyone. Welcome to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thanks for joining me. I hope everyone is doing well and working through the emotional roller coaster ride of 2020 as best you can. So much is happening and so quickly, it's nearly impossible to catch our breath. We're just getting hit one thing after another. And, I know I mentioned many times before, this is just the beginning of major changes for humanity as a whole, and light must be shown on the darkest areas of humanity in order for real change to happen. My best advice to you is be the change you wish to see in the world, right? I mean, because again, we are energetic beings. Everything that we put our energy and focus on is what we attract and create. So fighting hate with hate is not a solution. It just creates more of the same. Instead of doing the moment of Zen this week, I'd like to take a moment of silence and prayer for all of humanity, Mr. Floyd, his family, and everybody that's just going through the ringer right now. I think we could all just use a moment of silence and a moment of prayer. So let's just take that moment really quickly. And I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to kind of just send some energy out there and also commune with God and just allow that love to pour over me and humanity. And I hope that you do the same and we can raise the vibration for everybody. All right. On a lighter note, as you know, I took last week off so that I could spend some time with my family and friends. I had some girlfriends coming into town, my bridesmaids, and then my bridesmaids that were here. We went wedding dress shopping, and I found my dress, so I'm super, super happy, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to show it off next year at my wedding. And I just want to give a shout out to my amazing soon-to-be mother-in-law. She actually purchased the dress for me as a gift for my mother since my mom passed away in 2015. And, that just melted my heart. I'm so appreciative and so grateful for her to do that for me. I'm just so happy. There was a lot of tears shed, a lot of crying with a lot of joy. And I want to give a shout out to all of my bridesmaids. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming and spending your Memorial Day weekend with me. I appreciate it. I love you guys. And I cannot wait until the Bachelorette weekend in Mexico. I'm already ready to party, so I can't wait. But thank you all for your love and support. All right, enough about me. Let's get into what you can expect for the month of June and for the week ahead from today, June 2nd through to June 9th as an overall theme, and then areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. All right, general themes. We are officially in the month of June, and with it comes 2 eclipses, one full moon lunar eclipse on June 5th, which is literally right around the corner, and the new moon solar eclipse on June 21st. We have more Venus retrograde energies until it goes direct around June 24th, 25th. Now, on top of it this month, we've got Mercury retrograde around June 17th and the 18th. Then we have Neptune retrograde around June 22nd and the 23rd. And then we have the second Jupiter-Pluto conjunction around June 30th. And we entered a new galactic moon cycle on May 30th. So, whoa, there is going to be a ton of energy this month. It is going to be intense. So let me go over the new galactic moon cycle that started on May 30th and it ends on June 26th. And I'm going to read it to you because I just feel like it's kind of fitting about what's happening here. It really is about dedication and universalize, the universe and cooperation and equality. And so this moon is called the crystal moon of cooperation. This is the galactic calendar. and it represents tone 12, and it says 12 represents the maximum evolution of form, its attainment of complete complexity. Having dissolved rigidity in tone 11, the crystal tone presents a higher order of coordination, offering complex stability, creative cohesion, and comprehensive vision. Here, we perceive the coherency of the whole as a composition of related parts, honoring the elaborate inner workings of life as a Mandelic synthesis. You guys might have to look up some of these words because I know I did. Crystal tone asks us to universalize, to translate our knowledge and insights that they may be universally applicable, relevant, and shareable with all, assisting the elevation of the common good. Tone 12 affirms that we ourselves embody the highest qualities of internal and social architecture. Like a crystal with its unique facets that contribute to the totality of its beauty, so Tone 12 reminds us to honor and celebrate the diverse features and contributions of individuals, which constitute the power of a strong, interdependent community. Tone 12 offers the recognition that in a healthy, whole system, the needs of the individual are met by the collective, and in return, the individual feeds the aspirations of the collective. May we strive to collaborate with one another, combining our gifts and enhancing our efforts while remaining clear and lucid in the grace of our autonomy. Every 13 days around the world, groups of natural time trackers meet regularly on crystal days to share their accounts of completed adventures and to determine new adventures to undertake. These gatherings, known as roundtables or courts of the kin, are specifically held on crystal days because Tone 12 models cooperation. These circles exhibit the cohering power of acknowledging all participants as carrying equal right and responsibility while organized around a central unifying focus. All are universally welcome to contribute their personal energy in dedication to the constructive functioning of the whole. Crystal declares every being has a place in the formation. Our individual efforts of perseverance and commitment are invaluable. As we work in concert with one another, a powerful synergy emerges, a crystalline configuration which equals more than the sum of its parts. May we each experience ourselves as integral components of a network of divine creativity. Every individual is a detail of the whole pattern. So what affects one affects all. We are a community. We are unity, and we need to behave united with everything that's going on in the world. Okay, let's keep going because that was a little long-winded. This month is going to affect everyone differently based on your perception, your disposition, and the day and time that you were born. The basic theme is going to revolve around balancing your thoughts with your feelings and connecting your feelings to your thoughts. These two aspects are what create your life experiences. So if you aren't aware of what you're thinking and feeling or understand your motivations behind the choices that you make, you are going to constantly be triggered, creating more drama and more suffering in your own life. So this month gives you the opportunity to become aware and master your thoughts, which generate what you feel and gives power to what you attract into your life. This is an extremely potent month for you, and your attention will be brought to the areas of your life that need changing. So let this empower you instead of scare you. Let it be a positive thing. You more than likely will be experiencing or re-experiencing things that you dealt with over the last 2 years, especially if you haven't gotten closure or healed parts of yourself or learned the lessons that you needed to. So seize the opportunity to heal, or you'll be dealing with the same old for longer than what you want. And that will be another eclipse cycle. So the last 2 years is the previous eclipse cycle. So you really want to bring closure to your junk. Otherwise, you're going to be dealing with it for longer. This month, you'll do well if you allow yourself to feel what you need, trust your intuition, and proactively face your negative patterns of behavior. This is not a month to force anything. It's a month to transform all the parts of yourself that you don't like. It's a time to let go of toxic people who only create drama, use you, abuse you, drain you, and just are creating chaos, or they're not contributing any value. You've learned all that you need. You vibrationally are no longer a match with these people. So let them go. Let them leave your life. Um, and the other part of this month is for you to just be, right? Just be. You'll know when you need to take action. The universe is lining everything up in the cosmos to allow the greatest potentials for your highest good during this time. Now, this week, there could be higher levels of tension and frustration, which we're already seeing play out on the world stage. It's not the best time to make decisions if you are feeling this way. Things more than likely won't work out the way you hoped if you come at this with the energy of tension and frustration. Thanks to energies of Mercury retrograde already at play, you may experience delays and change of plans as well. Which will only create more tension and frustration. So we can also see more global interactions and new policies coming about during this time. Lots of conflict between thoughts and emotions, which could create drama in your life. And on a global scale, more rioting and looting, or a completely new emotional upheaval could hit us as well. During eclipse time, all kinds of craziness can happen. There's also a possibility of earth changes in the form of earthquakes and weather. Again, there's an energy of balancing thoughts and emotions to understand how they are linked and how they affect you. You'll also be juggling the mundane things in life, like eating right, exercising, sleep, organizing, relationships, partnerships, friendships, both in business and pleasure. It's all about give and take. Keep your eye on the prize by remaining positive and solution-oriented, not problem-oriented. It's a time of change, and this week you begin to see more of the areas of your life that you want change in, and the areas in your life that actually need to be changed. So these changes are all positive, even if they come on the heels of turmoil and challenges. Work, for those of you employed, some of you going back to work may struggle with getting back into the swing of things, or you're having realizations around the fact that you're no longer fulfilled, and maybe you decide to quit. And I would say just make sure your thoughts and feelings are in alignment before doing so. Otherwise, I feel like things could backfire on you. Others will be very happy to be back at work, and many will experience positive changes in policies and procedures. And some of you are going to have some out-of-this-world ideas that are really out-of-the-box thinking that are well-received and give you a boost in your career, in your business, and all your endeavors. Those of you that are looking for work, I am feeling new jobs, I'm feeling old jobs, and I'm feeling new beginnings. So really hit the pavement, online, whatever, get yourself out there. Love, those of you in committed relationships and dating seriously, it feels like a good week in love for many. You find a sweet groove with your partner and things just feel equal, balanced, and good, joyous, happy. So I feel a lot of positive energy for a lot of people. Some of you, though, on the other spectrum, you could be struggling with judgment and criticism, both giving and receiving. And then lastly, some of you will be evaluating your relationship and taking action at a later date. So again, this is still some of that Venus retrograde energy. Proper communication is key. Plus getting clear about what you really want and getting clear about your own hangups, right? Your own negative behaviors, your own insecurities, your own traumas, and the things that are contributing to some self-sabotaging behavior that you might be experiencing in your own relationship. And that baggage is what you may have attracted to you to be healed, right? So you could be with a person that you're meant to work through your baggage with and then move on, and you're mistaking that as, oh, I got to stay here and suffer. No, move on if it's time. Those of you looking for love, love is in the air, but it's more about learning and growing. So I feel some connections that end up being lasting, but for the most part, I feel like there's more healing and growing to do before a real connection can happen. So get out there and have some fun getting to know yourself through dating others. Really, it's about, getting to know your baggage, and you're going to get to know that by who you attract into your life. They are a mirror reflection of you. So the same crap you don't like in them is the same stuff you do yourself, or the same things you do in a different way. Finances, money is starting to flow again. So I do feel like many will be getting back to some financial normalcy, especially if you've been struggling. I do feel some will experience the opposite and have a drop in income. Either way, what's happening is a more balanced state of money coming in and money going out. Health, the main theme really is nurturing body, mind, spirit, and you looking at, are you nurturing all three, or are you neglecting certain parts of yourself? And if you're not nurturing all three, now's the time. And you could see some symptomatic flare-ups if you're not looking at these areas, and you're not loving yourself, and you're not nurturing yourself, and you're not taking care of yourself. And then I feel like some of you will be resisting change, and that resistance that against change is actually going to create inflammation and stress in your body, which I feel like we may see an increase in heart disease, diabetes, and strokes around the area, whether directly in your family, you yourself, or other people. So I feel like there could be some flare-ups in that. Spirituality, I do feel many will be taking time and space for themselves. Some will begin a spiritual partnership with someone. This is an important ingredient to having spiritually successful relationships with others and yourself. And many will be facing past traumas to be healed surrounding victimhood. Victim consciousness is going to be brought into the forefront of your mind, especially if you still have emotional reactions and become triggered easily, if you're experiencing a lot of fear, if you're escaping through drugs and alcohol, if you're not taking responsibility for your choices and experiences in your life, if you are isolating yourself and pushing people away, if you're attacking and blaming, if you make excuses, defend, justify, or judge, if you're feeling sorry for yourself, if you're projecting, if you think you're better than others, or you're comparing yourself to others, those are all signs of victim consciousness. So look at these things and get help if you need that. If you're not able to see it for yourself, ask people that you know and love, or ask someone, a counselor or someone like myself. And lastly, many will be learning to go with the flow and experiencing a shift in your soul, and a deepening of joy and calm will come over you. So lots of positive aspects by tackling those issues. That wraps up the intuitive messages. Let me get to my caller. I have Tabitha in Lancaster, California. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How can I help you today?
I just wanted to see if any of my loved ones come over.
Is there anybody specific that you want to maybe call in?
My cousin Merle.
Earl or Merle?
Merle. M-E-R-E. Sorry. M-E-R-L-E. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I want to make sure I have the right person. I would say I feel like medium height, blondish brownish hair.
No.
Does that sound?
That sounds like my grandpa.
That sounds like your grandpa?
I think, yeah, I kind of. Merle's dark skinned. He's half black, half white. And he has dark hair.
Okay, so yeah, no, this is not your cousin then. This is somebody else that is connected to you that's coming through, because this has more of like a blondish brownish color type hair. Okay, so let me ask you this. Did Merle wear a lot of t-shirts? Like I just feel like a connection to like white t-shirts.
That's my grandfather.
Oh my gosh, I don't think we're going to get to talk to Merle. I think we're going to be talking to your grandpa.
Yeah, my girlfriend a white t-shirt boy.
Oh my gosh, he's just talking about his white t-shirts and super comfortable, and everybody would I feel like he's saying like you guys would make fun of him a little bit or joke about it, or it was a little bit of a running kind of joke that he just basically wore white t-shirts, and I feel like he wore always had long pants on.
Yep.
Yeah, always long pants. Um, let me
Yeah.
see if he's got any specific messages or questions for or messages for you. Um, okay, so your grandfather, because I feel like he's mentioning Merle, but I don't feel like he was Merle's grandfather either.
No.
No, right? But he knew Merle.
Um. No. She, because my grandpa died before Merle.
Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, okay. Hold on. Let me sort out what, because I feel like he's referencing somebody that is around the same age as Merle, like also a family member. Um, do you have I don't know if it's another cousin or a sibling, but I feel like it's a masculine energy that he is talking about, um, and he's concerned about.
My ex-boyfriend. That's Merle's cousin.
Ah, okay, that's the connection to Merle. Okay, so he's concerned about, is he in trouble? Because I feel like he's making me feel like he's running in some circles that maybe Merle ran into. And
Yeah, the drinking.
okay. So, and what he's saying is, so he's concerned about him, but this directly ties into you. And he's saying, you got to get away from guys like that. He doesn't want you following down the same path.
Yes.
Does that make sense to you? So he's concerned about
Yes.
that. And okay. Yeah, he's just he wants you to, redirect your energy, and he's saying like you're holding on too tightly to certain people that are not, it's not healthy for you anymore. And he's also saying that you have a lot of anxiety and fear that you deal with. And maybe sometimes that anxiety and fear is directly tied to you feeling like I feel like it's tied to your security, like you just feel you're not feeling secure, like you're not feeling abundant or having like your financial situation. So I feel like he's saying you've got a lot of stress and anxiety around that.
Yes.
Now he's also saying you've got a lot of fear around love too.
Yes.
um I feel like he's making a joke about, you spent time with him when he was younger or when you were younger, right? Like, because I kind of feel like what he's saying is, um, he's making a joke about maybe he wasn't the best role model when it came to love, right? Like showing you the best version of a male relationship, I guess. So he's kind of making a joke like
Yeah.
you picked up, yeah, he's saying you picked up some of his bad habits and you picked up some of his good habits, is basically what he's saying. Um, and he's just saying that he really wants you to step outside of your comfort zone and work on letting yourself love, like to receive love, because he's saying you block it, right? You're kind of hard on yourself. He says you beat yourself up a lot, and it breaks his heart because there's a part of him that feels like it's tied to the family dynamic, that he basically is just saying like they could have all been a better version of grandparent, better version of mom, better version of dad, and to really, have you love yourself more, I think is where he's trying to go with this. So he's being really mushy right now, and he's saying he was never like this.
It's Merle. That's
Okay,
Merle
so now
talking.
we're talking to Merle.
Yeah, it's both of them going back and forth.
Oh my God, they're messing with me. But they both love you, and I'm so sorry, but I do have to go, Tabitha. I'm out of time. I'm sending you lots of love. Everybody else, I'll see you next week. Bye.